Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well and continue to stay in good health. Today, let's continue to study the Mahamangala Sutra, the Discourse on Happiness. Today, we wanted to read this Gita. Let me read this verse first. To live diligently and attentively, to perceive the noble truth, and to realize nirvana. This is the greatest happiness. Let me read for the second time. To live diligently and attentively, to perceive the noble truth, and to realize nirvana. This is the greatest happiness. When we say to live diligently and attentively, what do you have in mind? Personally, I feel after we learn the Dharma, after we understand the meaning of life, then we have to find our own goals. What is your destination? You find those goals for you to be diligently practice on the path. Without goals, without direction, how can we, diligently to develop a positive consequence? So basically, as a Buddhist, I do feel there are two concepts we need to remember. The first one is always remember to observe this world is impermanent. Our lives are impermanent. We are living in the impermanent world. Right now I'm talking, this talking is impermanent. After we understand the world is impermanent, my life is impermanent, then we wanted to remind ourselves, don't waste any time. That means we wanted to set up the goal, do something we wanted to achieve. For me, I feel in everyday life, I wanted to use all opportunities to increase samadhi, right concentration. No matter what we do, remember that I wanted to use all opportunities to increase my concentration, right understanding, to develop wisdom, eradicate all kinds of ignorance, wrong understandings, and also find a way to improve human relationships. We live in this world, in this society. Every day we have a face, family members, friends, even strangers. When you go to supermarket, you are going to see someone you never saw before. Everyday life, we are meeting people. It doesn't matter where we go, who we are going to meet. Do our best to improve human relationships. In Chinese, we say 广结善缘. This is my goal as a monk for the past a few decades. In my daily life, I always feel I wanted to improve my friendships with all people around me. Some people I met for so long. Some people I just see. It doesn't matter. This is my goal. And also, I hope there's no more fear about the future. No fear of death. That is a very serious. Every one of us, we know someday we're going to leave this world. We cannot stay here forever because this body is impermanent. And someday, my body will be in funeral home. Right now, I'm chanting for others. Someday, some people will do something for me after my death. So I hope that as a Buddhist, I prepare for this. No more fear for death. And the best way is, I even know when I'm going to die. Because according to Buddha's story. Shakyamuni Buddha knew when he's going to pass away, when he's going to attain nirvana. Even his disciple, Shariputra, after he heard that Buddha is going to attain nirvana, then he said, Buddha, I wanted to visit my mother. His mother was around 100 years old. He went to his village, okay, and where he was born. Then pay respect to the mother. The mother was 100 years old. Shariputra was 80 years old, almost the same age of like Buddha. And he attained nirvana over there. Then one of his disciples carried his ash back to the Buddha to report to the Buddha. Shariputra passed away. So a lot of venerables in India, in China, they knew when they are going to leave this world. They prepare for this. Even they ask questions. Do you still have questions before I died? Okay, I'm not going to live here, forever. No more fear of death. So this is the first perception, understanding from this sentence that we wanted to always observe impermanence. Secondly, I feel as a Buddhist, we wanted to do our best to be living in the present moment, to cherish all kinds of conditions, okay, and spread the Dharma, helping others, practice bodhisattva path, and develop our loving kindness toward others. Don't just think about yourself all the time. You wanted to pay attention to others, support others, help others, develop your kindness and compassion. I feel this is my goal in my life. So in everyday life, I wanted to live diligently on those goals. Keeping those goals in mind. Don't abandon those goals. Even though sometimes we feel it's difficult, okay? And we have to find a way to overcome from those obstacles. And secondly, we hope that we always be able to live in the present moment, cherish all kinds of conditions, good or bad, as long as we can use those conditions. Conditions can be benefit, for our future. Okay. When we see something good, learn this right away. When we see something is not good, avoid this. So we learn from another way. Somebody walk on the road and kick a stone, a rock. Okay, I know it's this person is hurt. Then I wanted to avoid that rock, that stone. Okay. Then let's move to another sentence. To perceive the noble truth and to realize nirvana. For this part, I wanted to divide my talk into two sections. That means today, I wanted to start to introduce Four Noble Truths to you. Because of the time limit, I wanted to explain the first and the second Noble Truth. Next time, we are going to continue to study the third Noble Truth and also the fourth Noble Truth. The first Noble Truth, basically, I wanted to remind you that please remember these terms, dukkha. I feel today maybe it's better for us to remember dukkha as the first Noble Truth. It's better than translate dukkha into suffering or other terms. Okay. And sometimes when we say the first Noble Truth is suffering, sometimes people feel, right now I feel fine. Okay. My life is okay. I'm not suffering. Okay. I'm comfortable. Okay. I enjoy my life. So sometimes we have to go further in order to correctly understand the first Noble Truth, why Buddha mentioned this truth to us. Okay. Dukkha has different meanings. Okay. The first one, even in Chinese, we translate this dukkha into suffering. Okay. And so this is one of the meaning. Dukkha means suffering. Life sometimes full of suffering. Okay. We all wanted to be happy. But somehow we are losing happiness sometimes. We have sufferings, okay, in life. Yeah. And even though, okay, today you have a place to live, you have food to eat, okay, you don't worry about, okay, daily expense, okay, even you are healthy. But there is another phenomenon that is related to dukkha, including in dukkha. Unsatisfactoriness. I feel this meaning is very good. Unsatisfactoriness. Even you are a billionaire, you are very famous, you are very powerful. Do you satisfy with your life? It's hard to say, it's hard to say, it's hard to say, yeah. Sometimes we say yes, sometimes we say no. Perhaps most of the time we say no. For example, today, you are the president of the United States. You are the most powerful person on earth. Okay. So many people will listen to you. Of course, so many people were against you. How do you feel about your life? Okay. Check on our own president today. Does he satisfy with his presidency? Does he satisfy with all kinds of things around him? I doubt it. So that's why he's doing so many things today, try to achieve his own goal. Okay. How about the president-elect? On the day, he won the vote, he won the election. Yeah, sometimes we have happiness. Oh, I won. In Buddhism, we do say, human beings' life actually is a mixture of happiness and suffering. Okay, you cannot say that this is a 100% suffering or 100% happiness. Actually, it's a mixed situation. Yeah, as a human being, sometimes we face happiness, sometimes we face sufferings. Okay, so after the president-elect won the election, now the day when I read the news, he's facing a lot of choices. He's facing a lot of problems. How to deal with the pandemic. After January 20th, he's responsible. Okay. So from dukkha, we translate into suffering, we translate this word into unsatisfactoriness. And also we can translate dukkha into fear. Fear our own future. I have fear about my future. Something is going on. I don't know how am I going to face it. Okay. So there's a fear inside us. Fear is one of the meaning of dukkha. Do we have fears? Yeah, from time to time, we have fears. I'm afraid of virus. Okay, when I go out, I try to cover my face, and I wanted to do my best to protect myself. I fear of someone. Of course, I fear of death. There are so many fears. So eradicate fears is one of the reasons that we wanted to study the Dharma. Today, when we talk about Buddha, the first purpose for Buddha to say this is facing dukkha, recognize dukkha, understand dukkha. Okay. So this is the reason for Buddha to say this. Okay. The first truth of our human being's life is dukkha. Let's recognize dukkha, just like a patient, okay, like a person who's ill. But I don't want to say I'm ill. I'm okay. Okay. Actually, I have headaches. I don't want to say I'm ill. I don't want to recognize this illness. Okay. Even your wife or husband or family member take you to the doctor. Before doctor, in front of the doctor, you still wanted to hide, I don't have this illness. So human beings, sometimes we wanted to hide something. We wanted to, hide garbages under the rock. We don't want to see it's dirty. We wanted to hide something that we feel it's not good. In Buddhism, we say, actually, this is not the right attitude. As a patient, you have to understand, you have to admit, I'm ill. Okay. When you go to the doctor, you wanted to explain all kinds of phenomena about your condition. Let the doctor understand what is happening to you. So find the right medication for you. Okay. If you say, Venerable Hang Yi, I feel fine, I'm happy, I don't have fear. Okay. I'm satisfied with my life. Not just today, tomorrow, for the rest of my life. I don't have any problem in my life. Then I will say, congratulations. Okay. You are liberated. Okay, already. You are Arahant. Because in Buddhism, when we say Arahant, Arahant stage, sometimes in Chinese we translate into this way: no more learning necessary, no more learning, 无学. You don't have to learn anymore. You are a graduate from the school already. No more learning. That is one of the definition for Arahant stage, no more learning. Okay. But somehow, I have to admit, today I still have to learn the Dharma because I still face certain kind of difficulties in my life. Yeah, I still need to increase my right understanding in everyday life. So I'm a learner. Okay, before we achieved Arahanthood, in Buddhism we say this is the learner through different process in order to achieve no learning stage. Okay, so it's interesting that actually in Buddhism we actually have this kind of a definition for Arahanthood, no more learning. Today, after we understand the meaning of a dukkha, so from time to time, we wanted to observe ourselves, carefully understanding that do we increase in our ability to deal all kinds of changing phenomena, like aging. Okay, even today I'm not that old. I don't have much wrinkles, but when I have the phenomenon of aging experience, for example, my back is hurting all the time. How am I going to deal with those kind of changing phenomena? We need to be able to find a way to deal with those changes. Okay, and we are having good friends. Okay, and relatives. We stay together for a very long time. Okay. When one of the relatives or one of the friends needs to go to another place, we feel we are going to miss him or her. We don't like to see those phenomena. We wanted to keep, our loved one close to ourselves. But somehow we have to separate. How are we going to deal with that kind of change? Okay. And also someone passed away. Okay. Long time ago when my mother passed away. Okay. Intellectually, as a monk, I did understand that I have to face this reality. I have to accept this change. But emotionally, when I arrived at Myanmar, saw the picture of my mother, and I discovered that the seat of my mother was empty. Certainly, emotionally, I had certain kind of attachment. I couldn't release myself right away. There's sadness, okay, unsatisfactoriness on certain kind of change. Why is this happening to me, to my mother? Okay. So today, when we talk about the first truth of dukkha, that means we have to understand this phenomenon. Also, facing this phenomenon, do not escape from this kind of reality, and also find a way to overcome from those sufferings. Okay. Then let's move to another truth, the second truth. That is the cause or causes of dukkha. Okay. That is related with how can we understand what caused this illness. We wanted to find those causes. causes of dukkha. Okay. For this part, in Buddhism, there are so many explanations. But basically, okay, we can summarize those causes into 3 categories: greed, anger, and ignorance. But actually, I feel if you wanted to simplify causes, we can use only one, ignorance, to explain all the causes. Because greed and anger are based on ignorance. Okay? Because we have ignorance, so we have greed. Because we have ignorance, so we have anger. Okay? What is the meaning of ignorance? Ignorance, that means we don't clearly, correctly understand the facts. And we have wrong understanding. Okay? Maybe we go to school, to learn something, to learn a lot of information. But in Buddhism, according to Buddha's teaching, when we talk about life, okay, when we talk about how to be happy, how to avoid unhappiness, it does require right understanding. It's not simple like that you invent a car, invent an airplane. It's not that simple. Even invent an airplane is not easy. But life is more complicated. We ask everyone to use very, very profound wisdom in order to eradicate this kind of ignorance. This ignorance is related with philosophy, related with religion beliefs, related with a culture, okay, like a phenomenon, related with our habits, okay, the way we live, okay, related with people's talk, okay. And basically, I wanted to point out some basic or serious ignorance that we have to avoid. The first ignorance is the wrong understanding of cause and effect, the wrong understanding of the law of cause and effect. In ancient time, Buddha went to the forest for 6 years. Learn a lot from different teachers. Some religious teacher, they taught Buddha, to soak your body in the water. They say, in this kind of doing, you are going to purify your negative karma. You can go to heaven by soaking your body in the water. Or eating grass, not normal food. Or hanging in a tree. Or get close to a fire, burn your body, or wearing no clothes, naked your body. You are going to purify yourself. Buddha learned this for 6 years, okay, including sitting meditation. Okay. But after Buddha analyzed all those different kind of practices, Buddha observed those practices correctly. Okay. If you say soaking the body in the water, why the fish is still fish? They don't go to heaven. Okay. Why the monkey is still monkey? They don't go to heaven. So Buddha slowly abandoned those practices because those are wrong understanding about liberation, about how to go to heaven. Buddha only kept meditation. Meditation is very useful. And nowadays, I think right now we are facing pandemic. Do you know, if you carefully read newspapers, study some informations, why today we are facing this kind of a pandemic problem? It's almost non-stop, getting more and more serious from the beginning. Because of ignorance, we allow this virus to start. Okay? Because of ignorance, we spread this virus everywhere. Because of ignorance, today we cannot control. Even today, it's very simple. I think we follow the suggestion, the advice from doctors, professionals, simply wearing mask that will protect you, protect others. Why we don't always follow, still arguing with each other and wasting times and hurting people, make so many people ill, so many people lost their lives because of ignorance. So these are the facts. Today, America is the richest country in the world. But somehow, because of ignorance, we cannot control the virus. Okay? And also, there is another ignorance. In Buddhism, we say we have a changing I. There's no unchangeable I. Capital I, okay, the word I. Okay. We have a changing self. There's no unchangeable self. So in Buddhism, we never encourage people to use soul to describe the part of life. Okay, and we always say that when we talk about self, okay, when we talk about I, it's conditional, based on 5 skandhas, 5 aggregates. It's conditional, okay, and it's changing all the time. Okay. Yesterday I was not feeling well, but today I feel fine. Physically, I'm changing. Yesterday I was arguing with you. I did not agree with you, but today I feel you are right. I agree with you. So mentally, physically, okay, emotionally, we are changing all the time. Actually, because of these facts, so we can learn, we can improve ourselves. Of course, because of a change of this changing I. Sometimes, yeah, we're nice. Sometimes we're not very nice. Yeah, and okay, because there's mixed conditions. Some are good, some are not good. Some are positive, some are negative. Because of this, and in Buddhism, because of this kind of understanding, so first, we can improve ourselves because of this changing I, changing self. Because we can improve it, so we can continue to accumulate positive karmas to improve our future, eradicate those negative karmas to stop suffering. So there are many reasons for us to understand these facts, get rid of the wrong idea about self. Yeah. And also because of this changing self, changing I. Okay. I'm not totally independent. We all depend on each other. Yeah. I never make this paper myself, but somehow I'm using paper, every day, every week. I don't generate the power, electricity. No, I'm using this. So we depend on each other. We support each other. Because we support each other, we depend on each other. So we have to love each other, care for each other, and take care of the environment, take care of the society. So one by one, in Buddhism, we develop this kind of teaching because of this understanding. No more ignorance. Ignorance creates troubles, problems for human beings. We fight each other. We hate each other. We wanted to destroy each other. Because I wanted to survive, I wanted to destroy you. Actually, according to the history, we understand that actually this is not the right way. Yeah, the best way is to support each other. Yeah, and be nice to each other, love each other. Okay. Otherwise, even within one country, groups will fight with each other if we don't get rid of this kind of ignorance. Okay. Okay, I think I need a rest. I will talk to you next time. Okay, thank you so much.